If you've ever opened up ChatGPT and thought, okay, now what? This video is for you. We're breaking down 32 actionable tips and tricks to take you from beginner to advanced in no time. Whether you're using ChatGPT for content creation, productivity, coding, or just having some fun, by the end of this video, you'll have a toolkit of smart prompts, powerful strategies that actually work. So grab a notebook, grab an energy drink, and let's dive into tip number one. ChatGPT tip number one is to assign a role to ChatGPT before prompting. ChatGPT is good, but when you assign it a specific role, it gets great. You're giving it a job, title, and mindset before it even starts typing. So for example, instead of saying, write me a motivational speech for my sales team, try this. Act as Tony Robbins. Now write a motivational speech to fire up my underperforming sales team. The tone, pacing, and language completely change. More energy, more punch, more persuasion. You can assign roles like a therapist, a graphic designer, a startup advisor, or even a grumpy old man. And the whole tone of its reply shifts instantly. ChatGPT tip number two is to format your outputs the way you want. ChatGPT can structure answers however you like. You want bullet points? No problem. A markdown table? Sure. A JSON object? Just ask. For instance, list 5 popular productivity tools in a markdown table with features and pricing. You'll get a neat chart with headlines like tool, key feature, and price. Perfect for emails, documentations, and presentations. You can even paste a messy table from Excel and say, convert this into a clean markdown and proper formatting. Suddenly, it's presentation ready. ChatGPT tip number 3 is to generate lists from messy text. Got a long Slack message, project brief, or WhatsApp that rambles on? Feed it to ChatGPT and say, extract a clear to-do list from this. It's an instant clarity tool when working with chaotic communication. ChatGPT tip number 4, rename your chats for better organization. ChatGPT auto-names your conversations based on your first prompt, which often ends up as something generic like write an email. Click the right icon and rename it based on the real use case. For example, LinkedIn bio, client A. If you use ChatGPT regularly, this will save you loads of time when you're searching for past threads. ChatGPT tip number 5, follow up with contextual prompts. Most people prompt once and stop, but ChatGPT can get even better with follow-ups. Let's say you asked ChatGPT, give me a list of passive income ideas. Now follow up with, sort them from most to least startup costs. Which of these are best for someone with only 5 hours a week? Now turn the top 3 into YouTube script outlines for me. Think of it like a conversation. Each step adds context, and the responses get smarter. ChatGPT tip number 6, use explain it like I'm a 5-year-old to simplify ideas. Some topics are complicated. Taxes, Bitcoin, climate change, SaaS integrations, but ChatGPT can make them click using simple language and metaphors. Try, explain machine learning to me like I'm 5. It might say something like, imagine teaching your dog to sit. You give treats when it gives the right thing. Machine learning works the same, just with computers and data. This trick is perfect when learning something new, teaching others, or needing to simplify jargon-heavy text for clients. ChatGPT tip number 7, change the look of your ChatGPT dashboard. The interface can feel different depending on the theme. Go to the bottom left menu, click the 3 dots, click settings, and switch to light mode, dark mode, or system default. Dark mode is great for late night working. Light mode is easier to be read during the day. It's a tiny detail, but it improves your user experience, especially if you use it daily. ChatGPT tip number 8, share chat threads with others. Need to show someone the result you got? Let's say ChatGPT just wrote a cold email sequence for your product. Click share and you'll get a read-only link. You can send it to a client for review, share it with your team, or post it in a Notion document. You can even choose to hide your name for privacy. ChatGPT tip number 9, instantly change the tone of your writing. ChatGPT is excellent for changing tone to match your audience. For example, you've drafted an email that says, "Yo, I'm not going to make the meeting, stuff came up." Now prompt, rewrite this to sound professional and respectful, and you'll see how it changes it to a professional tone within the system. You can also try, make this sound exciting, make it sound disappointing, make it sound like a luxury brand. ChatGPT tip number 10, learn faster with a structured course. If you're serious about using ChatGPT long term, consider investing in structured learning. A good course will offer prompt templates you can reuse, deep dive into plugins, workflows, and automation, and a step-by-step practice modules where you can train AIs within an environment and a community of like-minded users. Think of it like skipping the trial and error phase. Whether you want to improve productivity, coding, writing, or business strategy, a course can unlock ChatGPT's full potential faster than a YouTube rabbit hole ever could. ChatGPT tip number 11, be concise with your prompts. Long, rambling prompts confuse ChatGPT. The more direct you are, the better the results. Instead of, "Hey, I was wondering if you could possibly help," create a few bullet points that explain why this product is better than the competitors, if that's okay. Just say, list 5 reasons why this product is better than the competition. It's faster, more accurate, and easier for ChatGPT to process and respond to with clarity. Be specific about what format you want the output to be. Example, bullet points or tables. ChatGPT tip number 12, change the style of writing. Tone is one thing, style is another. Style is how something is written, not just how it sounds emotionally. Let's say you want to write a real estate listing. Try this prompt. Write a listing for a luxury home in the style of Dr. Seuss. You'll get something like, "This house is not small, it's really quite tall, with views of the bay and a space in the hall." Now try, same listing, but in the style of a New York Times journalist. The style lets you reshape the content's personality. Great for branding, comedy, storytelling, or even content repurposing. Something that is vital in expanding your online presence. ChatGPT tip number 13, learn new topics lightning fast. Want a crash course on a topic without digging through 10 Google tabs? Try this. Summarize the key differences between mutual funds and ETFs in plain English. Paste in an article or research paper and say, summarize this and give me 3 actionable steps I can apply today. It's like having a personal tutor on standby. ChatGPT tip number 14, upgrade to ChatGPT Plus for more power. If you're using the free version, you're missing out. ChatGPT gives you access to ChatGPT 4.0, which is more accurate, better at reasoning, more reliable during peak hours, and compatible with browsing and plugins. If you're using ChatGPT for business, research, creative work, or daily productivity, the $20 a month investment pays off quickly, especially once you start automating your tasks. ChatGPT tip number 15, explore the plugin store. Plugins are like apps inside of ChatGPT that unlock brand new abilities. For example, using plugins, you can analyze PDFs, auto-generate charts, find the best Airbnb listings, summarize YouTube videos, click plugin store, and install what you need. It's like giving you AI superpowers. ChatGPT tip number 16. Use web browsing for real-time info. When you need up-to-date content like recent news, live data, or current prices, ChatGPT 4.0 browsing tools help. For example, write the latest SEO ranking factors according to Google. It'll go to the web, skim the info, and give you highlights. Great for research, market analysis, and content creation. ChatGPT tip number 17. Templatize your best prompts. If you find yourself using the same prompt over and over again, save time by turning it into a template. Let's say you often ask, write a 5-day workout plan for a beginner who wants to build muscle. Turn it into write a duration, day, and their goal workout plan for this type of skill level using this equipment. Now, whenever you need it, you just plug in a variable, and go. Store your templates in Notion, Google Docs, or any other prompt tool library. ChatGPT tip number 18. Revise and improvise existing text. ChatGPT isn't just for creating from scratch. It's also a great editor. Paste in something you've already written and try. Write this more persuasive. Rewrite this with better flow. Fix any grammar or sentence structure issues. Improve this blog intro and make it more engaging. It's like having an on-demand copy editor who never sleeps. ChatGPT tip number 19. Use step-by-step guides for complex tasks. Need to do something complicated? Tell ChatGPT to walk you through it step-by-step. For example, guide me step-by-step through writing a grant proposal for a nonprofit. It'll break down the task into manageable chunks. Then wait for you to fill in answers or clarify before generating the next part. This is great for legal docs, business plans, project outlines, technical writing, and strategic planning. Think of it like having Lego blocks and building one piece at a time. ChatGPT tip number 20. Use ChatGPT for entertainment. Yes, it's a productivity tool, but it's also a fun tool. Here are some cool prompts for downtime. Write a rap battle between Einstein and Elon Musk. Give me 5 fun conversation starters for a dinner party. Recommend 10 thriller movies from the 90s I probably haven't seen. It's a perfect balance of smart and silly, and you can even use it to generate game ideas, riddles, and party icebreakers. ChatGPT tip 21. Use ChatGPT for coding assistance. Whether you're learning to code or stuck on a bug, ChatGPT is like having a junior developer on call. You can also paste broken code and ask for explanations, corrections, or optimization tips. If you're learning, ask ChatGPT. Explain this function line by line like I'm new to Python. ChatGPT tip 22. Brainstorm ideas instantly. Need a burst of creativity? ChatGPT is an idea generation machine. Try prompts like, give me 15 newsletter name ideas for a parenting blog. Brainstorm theme ideas for a Halloween party. I want to start a podcast. What are 10 name ideas based on money and mindset? No bad ideas, no judgment, just fast, frictionless inspiration. ChatGPT tip number 23. Use it for mediation and fair decisions. When two sides can't agree, ChatGPT can offer an unbiased take. Give it both arguments and ask which is more logical or fair. For example, person A thinks we should spend our bonus on team gifts. Person B thinks we should save it for the next quarter goals. Which is more reasonable from a business perspective? It won't settle emotional debates, but it's great for logic-based decisions or seeing a neutral viewpoint. ChatGPT tip 24. Journal using ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT as a digital reflection tool. Ask it to guide you through self-awareness and gratitude. Here's a prompt. Ask me 5 journal questions about today's wins, challenges, and emotions, then turn my answer into a daily journal entry. This makes journaling easier, faster, and surprisingly deep. Great for founders, creatives, or anyone on a personal growth journey. ChatGPT tip number 25. Export your data for backup. Want to save all your chats for later reference? Click your name, click settings, data controls, and export data. ChatGPT will email you a zip file with your chat history in clean and inaccessible format. Great for archiving research, repurposing past content, or keeping backups of important project chats. ChatGPT tip number 26. Know ChatGPT's limitations. ChatGPT is powerful, but not perfect. It doesn't always get real-time information, replace expert advice, or retain memory unless you turn it on. And it doesn't always fact-check itself. Treat it as a helpful tool, not a flawless oracle. ChatGPT tip number 27. Use natural, human-like prompts. You don't have to sound like a professor. ChatGPT responds best when you talk to it like a smart co-worker. Here's an example of a bad prompt. Please expound upon the sociological ramifications of hyperconnectivity. Here's a better prompt. How does being online all the time affect people socially? Just be clear, casual, and precise. ChatGPT tip number 28. Check for plagiarism. While ChatGPT is trained on platforms, not copy and paste, It may unintentionally echo common phrases or ideas before publishing. Run long-form content through plagiarism tools. Ask ChatGPT to rewrite to ensure originality, or prompt it to make this sound completely different from what there is online. This is a good practice if you're submitting to clients, Google, or academia. ChatGPT tip number 29. Study with flashcards and quizzes. You can now turn almost anything into a study tool. Here's a prompt. Make flashcards based on these marketing terms and quiz me. Ask me for 5 quiz questions about World War II and tell me if I got them right. This is great for school, test preps, or just learning new skills like sales techniques, branding, terms, or AI concepts. ChatGPT tip number 30. Repurpose generated knowledge. Use ChatGPT generated content as a springboard for deeper writing. Here's an example. List 10 famous entrepreneurs who failed before succeeding. Then follow up with, now write a blog post on what I can learn from their failures. Then turn this into a tweet thread with a powerful hook. One idea turns into 3 content pieces. Smart, fast, and scalable. ChatGPT tip number 31. Create custom plans tailored to you. You want a meal plan, workout, or learning schedule? Give ChatGPT your constraints and your goals. Here's a prompt. Create a 5-day vegetarian meal plan for someone who wants to lose weight and doesn't like mushrooms. Or build a study plan to learn French in 3 months with 30 minutes per day. You can get personalized coaching across fitness, health, habits, study, budgeting, and more. ChatGPT tip number 32. Keep learning. Watch more tutorials. There's always more to learn. Here's a prompt for you to learn more about ChatGPT. List 5 great YouTube channels that teach advanced ChatGPT workflows. Recommend creators who explain ChatGPT plugins and automations. Or just experiment on your own. The more you test, tweak, and tinker, the more powerful ChatGPT becomes. Put these automations and prompts to use and watch your online presence business skyrocket as well as your creativity and productivity. Jay out. Cheers. Bye.